Good morning, lovely friends. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. The sun has finally come out, so I'm down at the garden. I'm not quite at the garden yet. I've just come through the main gate. Magpies up in the tree, rattling away. Yeah, I haven't been to the garden since Storm Eunice. Since then we've had Storm Franklin. We've had a couple, I think we've had 3 more really stormy days. They weren't named storms, but really stormy days. Apparently we're going to get Storm Gladys. Be Gladys when it's all over. Gladys all over. Anyway, I have a slight sense of trepidation this morning as I've come down here because I'm going to see my shed roof. And like I said, yeah, I haven't had a chance. Well, the weather's been rough. I haven't had a chance to get down here to look and assess. I haven't done anything yet about ordering roofing. Anyway, let's go and see. In my imagination, it's built up. Hopefully, it's not quite as bad as I think it might be. Whatever. Let's go and check it out. Well, I haven't got quite as far as the shed yet because look what I just spotted. Oh, isn't that a lovely sight? My shadow's too strong. So I've got purple sprouting broccoli and I've got a cat to cuddle. Morning, Rusty. How's the shed, buddy? Hey? Oh, yes. Oh, I love you so much. Right, should we go and assess the damage? That is such a happy sight, though, to arrive to the first of the purple sprouting. I'm going to get a bit bigger before I pick any. But yay! Yay, and all the poles stood up to the gales. Right. Oh, and here's our little Rosie too. Right, kitty cats, where are you off to? Rusty's disappearing. Have you got the hump with me because I'm not giving you any attention? Come on then. Still not quite at the shed yet, but I spotted this. That's the door to my compost bin. Let's have that. I did, after Storm Eunice, there is my compost bin, but no lid. Ah, I see the lid. After Storm Eunice had done her thing, I got a text message from Gary. He'd come down later in the day when it had sort of subsided a bit to tell me he'd rescued my compost bins and lids. So I think the redistribution of them must have been because of Franklin. Oh my goodness, look. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to dump that down there a second. Look what I see. Oh, they're going to need a watering today. Oh, yes. Peas, glorious peas. Oh, hang on. Position yourself, Vivi, position yourself. At onion. At onion. At another onion. 1, 2, 3, 4 little onions showing their faces. Oh, great. This tray in the front. Sorry, this is a really awkward angle because I've got my backpack on still. That's the Champion of England peas. And then at the back, on the right, that's the Rosa Crona. And on the left, that's my little sweet peas. Oh, it does feel warm in there. Right, let's get a watering can. Okay, right. First things first, let's put the compost bin back together. Take cats into the shed for a cuddle. Assess shed. Watering can. Oh, such a beautiful morning. It's so wonderful to see the sunshine after so many very, very grey, damp, cold, frankly bleak days, and I'm sure the puss cats are enjoying the sunshine too. Right, let's go and see what happened to the shed. Okay, well, we can't see anything from here, but let's just come around this side. I think I'm just going to use my neighbour's little bit of deck to, oh my knees, climb up. Yeah, here we go. So, oh, that's annoying. You know, it could be worse though. Right, now the thing that did concern me about this is the fact that it's the bit of it's the roofing felt across the ridge pole. And like I said, we've had a load of rain, so now I am wondering if any of that rain has managed to get in. I'm hoping now we've got, it looks like a couple, well, I think we've got 2 more wet days, and then, are you waiting, buddy? Oh, you're waiting patiently. I do love you so much. Yeah, I think we've got 2 more wet days, and then it looks like a fortnight of dry. So I'm going to use that, hopefully that fortnight of dry time, to get down here and get it fixed. Oh, the sun is so bright today. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hurrah! Well, that's a relief. My floor is dry. Yay! Yes, we're going to have cuddles. You see, this is what happens whenever I come to the garden. This is the first job of the day, isn't it? Hey? Oh, my buddy. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to do some cuddles, and then we'll see what we can get up to today. Hey, Rusty? Sit. Cats don't do that, do they? Okay, let's get on. Yeah, I've been down here, 5 minutes, and gosh, I can feel my mood changing. It's the brightness. Really, really, really missed this brightness in the last, I don't know, I think it's probably it must be about 10 days since I was last in the garden. It's that day I was getting the parsnips out. So look, a combination of the weather. Oh, Foxy, Foxy. It seems we've got 2 foxes on site at the moment, and I'm wondering if it's a boy and a girl, because one of them's quite you know that one that I caught on camera the other day that was on top of the shed, a few sheds along. It's got its fur is a really, really dark red, almost brown, and it's quite chunky. And then there's another one which is much slimmer, much slighter. It could be a cub, or it wouldn't be a cub. It's too early for cubs. One of last year's cubs, probably, I think more likely to be a vixen. So much slimmer, much lighter, and a really lovely sort of almost orange colour fur. Beautiful. Anyway, that's the dark one that's just trotted across there. No chance of me getting the camera ready to shoot it. Anyway, yes, I digress. I've missed this bright weather. I've missed the garden. I'm still being really mindful about just going slowly. And I mean, I don't need to think about it. My body's telling me all the time, no, there's no battery left today in the body. But yeah, it's good to come down today. I'm just going to do a few little things. The first thing obviously was I wanted to check the roof, and just coming in and looking at the floor, I was thinking, oh, I'm quite glad it looks like it hasn't leaked. I think I was too happy too soon, because I'll come on to this in a sec. This box was sitting on my potting bench. It's really damp, and it looks like there's a little bit of wetness on my potting bench. So I was looking at the roof, the ridge pole, and I think what's happened is it's come in and then it's actually come down the slope of the roof, because I've just touched the roof and it does feel, I can see it in places, it does feel a little bit wet. You know what, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's just really annoying. It's annoying because it's another thing on the to-do list when there's already too much on the to-do list. But yeah, I could really have done without having to deal with this, because it's not just the actual doing the roof, it's getting myself organised to go to the builder's merchant and go and buy a roll of the stuff and speak nicely to one of my friends. You know, excuse me, not many of my friends drive. That's the truth of it. I mean, they can drive, but they don't keep a car. You know, in London, so few of us need a car. But yeah, one of my friends, there's only a couple of them, I'm going to speak to one of my friends who has a car to say, would you mind giving me a lift? It's not far from the builder's merchant, but I tell you what, it's far too far. It's far too far for me to walk anyway, especially with a great big roll of roofing felt. So yeah, it's a major pain in the butt. However, you know, trying to keep it in perspective, it's not damage to my home. That would have been awful. And you know, loads of folk around the UK are flooded. That's awful. And you know, I don't really want to talk about what's going on in the world because it will upset me. Stop it, Vivi. But things that are going on in the world right now, it just puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'm glad it's just a bit of a rip in my shed roof to repair. Right, so potatoes. This box, it's... Oh, sorry, I meant to say, I'm going to do a shout out today to Emma Secker. Hi, Emma. Yeah, your partner messaged me, commented to me. So our Emma has been in hospital having an op. Don't know what it was for. Don't know how it's gone. I hope it's gone well, Emma. I don't know how long you were expecting to stay in hospital. I hope maybe that by now you're at home and beginning your recovery. Anyway, I hope whatever went on has gone well, and I hope your recovery is going well too. And we're going to have a bit of garden time today. Right. That's for Emma. This box that I was showing you, it's my potatoes. So I suddenly thought about them the other day and I thought, oh my goodness, I've left them in the box. I haven't got them out to chit. That's what I'm going to do now. In the box, I want to put them out into the light. You know what, let's go over there and let's start doing it. Yay, let's get on this beautiful, bright, sunny day. Right then, so potatoes. This is my main crop potato called Cara. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Over the years, I've tried, hang on, let's get rid of that paper. I've tried all sorts of different potatoes, main crops, and I just really, really like the Cara. I find they store well, and they're great for literally all the different uses you might want from a potato. The only way I haven't done them is fried. I don't tend to fry potatoes, but oh my goodness, they make gorgeous bakers. So I stick with Cara. And then here, these are my little salad potatoes, and I can see, oh, they got a bit damp. My salad potatoes, and these are Charlotte. I love Anya, but I can't find an organic Anya anymore. These have come from Tamar Organics. You know what, I'm guessing, I haven't actually checked, but I'm guessing I know they're down in, is it Devon? Is the Tamar River in Devon? Excuse me if it's Cornwall. Right, so, first things first, get them out of these, net bags. We really, really, really need to stop having net bags. Oh, and I need to sharpen my scissors. Crikey. And all I'm going to do is, I've got these tatty old, these are the ones that, remember I was saying they're so brittle, falling apart. And these are the, oh, another bit fell off. These are the best of the bunch as well. I'm going to use these. You could use, what is it called? Egg cartons, you know. Basically all I'm going to do is I'm taking them out of the box because I want them in the light now. If I leave them in the box, rather like when you accidentally leave a load of potatoes in the back of the fridge, you'll end up with the, you know, the spindly white shoots. I am looking to get shoots, or as we call them, chits, but I don't want long spindly white ones because they'd be weak. I want little short stubby robust ones, so get them out into the light. And if you see right in the top there, you see where they're just starting to sprout from these little eyes. That's basically, oh, what can I hear in the back? That's the top of the potato. So I'm going to face that up. And quite simply, I'm going to pop them all like this in this sort of cell tray. I'm doing it in a cell tray, or you could do like I said, in an egg cup. Not egg cup, what's it called? An egg carton, yeah. You do it in an egg carton. I'm doing it like this for a couple of reasons. One, because in here it helps me to stand them up, to point their shoots up. Great. But also it keeps them all separate. So that if there's, like, we're always talking about this, aren't we? One good egg, one good egg. Hello, I'm a good egg today. No, one rotten apple spoils the whole barrel, or one good egg spoils the whole barrel. Don't know what I'm talking about today. Obviously, I'm a bit giddy. Yeah, one rotten apple, whole barrel, all that malarkey. So yeah. Doing them like this keeps them separate so that if there is any hinkiness going on, hopefully it don't spread. Now the other thing to bear in mind, where are we? Oh my goodness, we're right at the end of February, for goodness sakes. Honestly, where's this year gone already? It's like, I'm a stock record, that's all I ever say. Where's this time gone? Those two are going to have to cosy up. I'll keep an eye on them though. Oh, it was Monroe. I could hear something on the roof of the shed. It was Kay's cat Monroe, who's just jumped down from the top of my roof. Right. Yes, sorry, what I was trying to say is that it's the end of February, you know. It's not, the weather here isn't, we just wobbled because that's Monroe. It's not freezing cold here, it's fairly, look, it's less than 10 degrees, but it feels nice, it's mild-ish. But at night time, we're dropping down at the moment to about 1 or 2. Get the other bag done, Vivi. Less chat, more work. So there is still the possibility of a frost. Excuse me. So I'll keep an eye on the weather forecast, and then let me just move this tray, if it doesn't, the whole tray don't break. Oh, wobble, wobble, wobble. Everything's going to wobble. All right, Monroe. Don't be frightened. I'll just come behind him. Yeah, if it looks like we're going to have a frost, all I'll do is pop down to the shed. These, once they're in the trays, I'll just leave them laid out on the top of this potting bench. And then, like I said, if it looks like we have a danger of frost, quickly get down here and put a fleece over them all, just to keep the worst of the frost off them. When I put the fleece over them though, I'll make sure to raise it up. I'll use sticks, something like this, in the corners to keep, so the fleece doesn't actually touch the potatoes, because if the fleece touches, the frost that's on the fleece can then damage the potatoes. And that's why, do you remember I was having a tidying up session? We're just having a chat now. There are some, you'll find, that where the eye doesn't seem really very evident. I think it's there. Pop it in, and once it starts sprouting, you'll soon see, and if it's the other end, you can just flip it up. Yeah, at the end of some point in November, I was having a bit of a tidying session, putting a load of my nets away. And I said that when I put my nets away, one of the things I would make sure to do would be all the fleeces that were in the bottom of it's in the bench that I sit on, in the very bottom, take the fleeces out, put the nets in, and then put the fleeces back on the very top, so that the fleeces are always to hand if it should suddenly, if we suddenly get forecast a frost. Okay, good stuff. It's hard to believe there could be a frost on such a pleasant day though. What I'll do, because I don't want to take up too much room, I'm going to cleverly, I'm trying to slot this into this one, slot it, drop it, get in. Oh, I'm making too much noise, and then I can just pop those in there like that. Right, I have to think about what jobs I need to do today. I think, I can't really remember, but I'm sure if we get ourselves outside, that'll trigger my thoughts about what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't want to jinx it by saying it, but it's so wonderfully quiet and bright and it's just perfect here today. the quiet and the birds. Oh, I love it. Now, not taking it off completely. Okay, hold on. I think I mentioned, yeah, I did, I'm sure I did. I ordered some more chicken manure, dried chicken manure pellets. They came about a month or so ago, but the tub was too big to put in the granny trolley. So what I did was, far too heavy to carry, I got a bin bag, lined the granny trolley with the bin bag, poured all the chicken poo into the trolley, pulled the trolley, carried the empty sort of bucket, got down to the allotment, opened up the bucket, tipped the granny trolley content into the bucket. So I now have a bucket of chicken manure pellets in the shed again. I've got a few in this, it's just an old compost bag I use to make carting it around the plot easier, because this is the garlic, and it's been in for getting on for 5 months now. End of February, yeah. It won't be coming out for another 3 months. Where are we? February, March, April, May. 3 to 4 months it's got to go. So by now, yeah, it could do with a little tiny bit of a feed. So just a very tiny sprinkling of chicken manure. The ground is really damp, so damp. I'm not going to bother watering these in. We have got more rain due, as I said, I think within the next couple of days, more rain. And then when I come back to the garden, I'll check that these have all dissolved and gone into the soil. If they haven't, then I will give them a watering to help them. Take the opportunity to get this beggar out. Oh my goodness. Weeding is never done, is it? Let's get the other road on. One of the jobs that I didn't get around to sort of at the beginning of the winter, was to cut back all the sort of dead material on these sedums. So I can do that now. And you see all these lovely, lovely, beautiful little rosettes that have formed that are going to throw up the spikes. This one, however, oh my goodness, I don't know, it got absolutely shredded, nibbled by something. I mean, just pretty much stripped of all its leaves. This one wasn't. That one, and it's a shame because that one's white and this one's pink, and I'm not a huge fan of pink flowers. I prefer white. I really wanted that one to be okay, but anyway, gifted to me by Paul, so I'll enjoy them all the same. Now the other thing, am I too late this year? This terracotta trough has been on its last legs for ages, and it looks like this winter with a bit more frost, it's really done for it. Now, I can see they're coming up in here, these little freesia bulbs, also which Paul gave me sort of 18 months or so ago. It's my little Paul trough. And I had meant to, when they'd died back, to lift the whole lot out and put them into a new pot. I don't know what to do. Is it too, is it too late? Because I think under that end there are actually some bulbs in the soil, as there are over. You're not going to be able to see it. I'll give you a closer shot of that in a second. Yeah, I think I've got my little Battellini bulbs under there, because this trough, I just put this trough down last year. It was after all the bulbs were over, and I've just realised the rhubarb is covering my poppy pebble. So I'm going to move my poppy pebble further forward. She can sit in there with the flowers. Yeah, dilemma. I've got a feeling, I just need to stand up straight. I've got a feeling, let me give you some more light, that if I try and pick that trough up, the whole thing is just going to fall apart. I mean, look, there's another bit of it. It's like, oh my goodness, that's the that's the back of it. I just snap it like a twig on my leg. No, Vivi, don't be silly. How to pick it up and move it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a little think about that, aren't I? Yes, let's have a think on it. Oh, bliss. I suddenly feel really, really chilled and soporific. I think I'm going to go and join Rusty for a snooze. No, I've got a couple of jobs I'd like to do. A bit boring and a bit humpy lumpy. Just going to test myself, see if I can do a bit of humpy lumpy stuff. I'm not going to film it. A, it's boring, and B, I don't want to be huffing and puffing on camera. And I think that's enough for today anyway, for a little catch up. So yes, I'm going to get all emotional again, but I'm so grateful for this little green space that I get to call a sort of second home. It's not mine, but I get to be the custodian, and it just gives me so much. It gives me so much more than food. Today it's given me just that wonderful, quiet, really in the moment to, I don't know, just forget everything for a moment and just be. Yeah, dead special, really lovely. But on that note, I'm going to say cheerio to you all. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you again soon, I think, for the end of the month roundup. I've got a busy few days coming up, so after the end of the month there might be a little hiatus. I'm not sure, we'll see. But yeah, I hope you'll all be well in the meantime. And, you know, if you can get out on a day, especially a day like today, you know, get out any day that you can. But on a day like today where suddenly, after all these storms, the air feels so still, or relatively still, and the air is still enough for the bird song to carry on it, and you add into that a drop of sunshine, oh, it's glorious. I'm so grateful. How wonderful. Until the next time, lovelies, cheerio.